Alright everybody, welcome back to a video. Today's video is a special unboxing video thanks to UVS Games. They shipped me the Jin and June Clash decks. So we're going to get into them and take a look and see what is inside of them. We're going to start with Jin and then move on to June. So we'll put June off to the side. We're going to tear into Jin. So on the back side of the deck, on the back side of it, it will say everything that's actually in the Clash deck. What card quantities, what's all that yada yada yada, all that fun stuff. But what I like to do is I like to open them up from the bottom because it makes it easier to open and to reclose if you want to save the box because the box art is sick. So we'll get into it. Boop, 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 doo, doo, doo. So yeah, again, thanks for UVS Games shipping this out. I'm very excited for Tekken 8 Clash decks. We already got the promos. They are on the UGN reward store. So I'll go ahead and post the link in the reward store in the description box so everyone knows where to find their Tekken 8 promos. There is 4 characters and an alt art foundation. So inside, we got a little bit of we got the UGN guide. So this will get you to the UGN and a little welcome guide there. We got a cool looking paper playmat. I wish they just. Okay, so this one actually looks kind of cool. I know you can't really see it because of the video, how I have it cropped, but it has Tekken 8 there. I'd be down for a mat like this. So we'll go ahead and close this up and get into what everyone wants to take a look at. So Jin Kazama, Lightning of Fate. Foiling looks pretty cool, so let's pop this open. Where's the little tiny pull tab? Try to do this without wrecking all my cards. That's one thing I'm trying to get better at, is trying to open these up without destroying the cards inside. Getting a nice little pull tab. Boom. Alright, got that. Slide right off. Garbage. Alright. So, the foiling looks super sick on Jin. The lightning bolts, very, very cool. We get 1 Jin. Looks like we get 2 blackout, which is like a regular foil. And then we got 2 polar demon gouge. That art looks really cool. See, I like this art on the attacks, not as much as on the promo characters, but that's just me. So what? This is a rare. So this is the one that's the 3 diff, 3 check, 3 low for 2. It gets a damage for each attack in your card pool. And this is the ultra rare. Your rivals check to block. This is -3. So basically it's a 6 diff, 7 mid 7 because they're gonna have basically fake speed on it. And then we got create an opening. 2 copies of that foundation. And then we have a unique foundation, the UR Devil Gene. This is the one where if we spend a momentum, if our rival has 8 or more foundations, we get 3 speed. Also destroy, we get to ready Jin Kazama. So that's pretty cool. This art is sick. Like, let me move this stuff down because I am not used to this new layout for showing off stuff because I've shrunk my layout a bit so you guys can get a closer look at stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, this art is actually very sick. I wish all of the cards were done in like this custom art. But yeah, like that's cool. And then for commons, uncommons, so this is uncommons, we got 3 Brazilian kicks. We got 4 geysers. Which this kind of gives like a punch package back, right? Like, kind of. Like this allows you to, because I believe both decks are built off the good symbol, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's cool. I didn't notice that. They have on the side, they have the character logos. That's cool. Alright, then we got High Roundhouse at a 4 of. That's a. So if you, this is maybe a really, it's probably one of the best pokes in the game. It's a 6 high for 3, stun 1, +1 mid block on a 5 diff. Not terrible, but I mean there's better. But as a poke, it's not bad. Over the shoulder reverse. It's a nice throw. Rival commits a foundation for each kick and or punch in your card pool. Hey, I think we've had one of these types of cards for almost, maybe not weapon yet, but we've had almost one of these types of cards for every keyword. Charge, punch. This is basically just bringing back Heroic Strike. But on a throw. Switchblade. This is, if this attack has received a speed and damage bonus, it gets 1/1. Nice little stretch kick, kind of like pretty coolness. Wake and Power Stance into the foundations at a 3. Commits attack gets -2 speed if its damage is greater than its printed speed. It's very cool. It gets -3 speed instead. We got Breakdancing, as I call it, but it's called Breaking Step. 1/5, 3 high. Destroy this kick or punch attack gets +1 damage for each attack in your card pool. So basically, you just pop these after you load up on Jin. It's part of the little combo wombo. Very cool. This is the card that got the alternate art in the rewards store. Jin's Cursed Blood, 2/4. I guess I'll hold them like this. 2/4, 2 high block. Flip, spend a momentum. Your next attack gets -2 difficulty. Destroy, clear 1 non-attack card from your card pool. Jin's Heart, 2/6, 2 low block. Very good stats. Commit. If your attack deals damage, your next attack gets +3 damage. Come on, camera. Focus, focus, focus. And we got Jin's Karate Training at a 4x. If you've dealt, this is a remove. If you've dealt damage, draw 2 cards. They've used a lot of in-game shots. It looks like they only have. Gonna peek. Yeah, it looks like it's a bunch of in-game shots, except for it looks like the 2 ultra rares and the character, which I think this is the character select screen. I haven't played Tekken 8 yet. I've watched people play a lot of Tekken 8, but I just don't remember the character screen. Jin's Parry, coming to every deck on symbol near you. It's a 0 difficulty, 5 check, +3 mid. When you block with this card, it ignores progressive difficulty. This card's crazy. As a 0 diff, it's very, very good. Kazama style combos. It's a 1/5, 3 low, flip. This is a 1/1 bonus. So if you need to trigger Switchblade for a 1/1, you can flip this, bing bing, and then if you also get this, you also get Jin. Very cool. It's a neat little incremental damage pump and speed pump. Key Charge Strike. 2/5, 2 mid. Flip, your attack gets +2 speed. If you have dealt damage this turn, it gets 2 damage. So it's a +2/+2. You're like mini Ojiro 2 on a foundation. Very cool. And then we got our last card is Warped Intention, a 1/5, 2 low. Flip, this attack received a speed and damage bonus. It gains stun 1. I like these 1/5s that just flip. Because there are a lot of other cards in the game that will say destroy, get this. Flip, remove, get this. I like the ones that flip because then you can use those face down foundations to pay for checks, or you can use them as like sacrifice fodder, right? Like you can just sack something, for like full on attack mode, or shoot, those guys. I'm just totally blanking right now. I'm on the spot. So yeah, that's the Jin deck. I actually think the deck's kind of cool. I think Jin's pretty sick, to be honest. I think he's a little straightforward, but I think with the right mix of attacks, I just don't know, because it doesn't say, he's not gated into a certain attack type, so you could play him on any of his symbols with like any moves, any keyword traits. So he's not locked to punches or kicks. So which is cool. He is a 631, so he's a little bit above average on health. I think one of his bigger issues is just going to be able to draw the attacks, right? So he's going to be able to play cards that just draw attacks. He only has one attuned symbol, which may hurt him in the long run, but I don't know. Maybe we could find ways to ready cards with like the air symbol or get extra momentum. But yeah, like The cards look really good. They feel nice. I mean, that art's sick. Like, this card's really cool. It's a +0 low block on an attack. That's really good. Really good. Alright, so let's get into the June deck. See you later, Jin. No one likes you. Except for your mother, who's coming up. Alright, getting into June. So, again, all the cards. The ring light is leaving a nasty glare. But you can see all the cards and how many are in each deck. Again, this is the deck I'm excited for because she card pool stuff. So I like card pool stuffing. And she's the 7-hander, which is really cool. 7-handers have taken a big jump the last meta-ish or two with like Rodon and Irwin Smith and Ymir. I'm very excited to see what the future holds for them. Oh, that's cool looking. Alright, let's slide all this stuff out. Okay, so we got the same welcome start guide and how to sign up for UGN to gain loyalty points. And then we got the same paper playmat. Very cool. And then before we rip it open, plastic doesn't really do it justice. So let's see here. I think June's art is actually very cool. Even though my favorite Tekken character is Reina, because Reina's cool, because she's just awesome. Alright, so we got Jun Kazama, Light of Hope. That's very neat. Cool. Alright, so she's a 722 response. She has good, order, and water. Response, after an attack deals damage, your rival adds the top card of their deck to their card pool face down. So that's either their turn or our turn. If we hit them, stuff a card. If they hit us, stuff a card. It's very cool. Tenacious, spend a momentum, ready this character. So as long as we have momentum, we can just ready her all day. She's very cool. Alright, so we got Amatsu Izanami. 6 difficulty, 3 check, 1 low block, punch, 4 mid for 8. Your rival adds the top card of their deck to the card pool face down. So basically it becomes a 5 mid 8 with this. If we're able to maybe sneak in another card somehow prior, it becomes faster. That's it. 2 copies. That's the ultra rare. And then Shunkei is a 3 difficulty, 3 check, 3 mid 3, 2 mid block, powerful 3. Okay, so let me talk about this card a bit. So when you get a 3 diff attack and it has a powerful 3 keyword on it, you kind of have to pay attention to it, right? Because your rival has a bunch of momentum, they load up, and they just go like, well, alright then, well, you're not going to be able to block anything, so we're just going to play this on like a 6 or 7. We check it, we have like 7, we have like 4, 3, I'm going to say about 3 momentum, so that's an extra 9 damage, so that's a 3 mid 12 at the end of a string that maybe you don't have cards or any way to draw cards, so this card's actually going to be pretty good, especially in characters that really can pile damage onto it. Like Paul Phoenix comes to mind. Powerful 3 is really big. He can commit to give a punch or kick, +1 damage for each committed card on your rivals. In your rival stage, he has the order symbols, so you should be able to just go boop and like you 1.3 kabillion them. Very neat. And this is probably the best art in both decks right here. The power to stop Jin's, the 3 difficulty, 5 check, +2 mid, unique, commit. Your attack gets 1 speed and 2 damage. Enhance, destroy, spend a momentum. If your character is Jun Kasama, your attack gets +2 speed and 5 damage. That's actually a really cool way to finish people off. Let's see if we can get a better. There we go. Yeah, that art is really, really cool. And then the rare foundation is Wildlife Protection Agent. 2 difficulty, 5 check, 3 high block. Tenacious, if you've dealt damage this turn, add this card to your momentum. So you can deal damage with her, say we passed a check or 2, and we can eventually just snap these into momentum if they're as long as, we use them to pass checks first because, we're good players and we want to be efficient. Next up is 4 copies of Ayame. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 2 mid block, 2 low block, 3 low 4. If your rival has at least one card in their card pool, draw a card. This card's great. It's just super easy to do this with this character. Sure, it's probably going to be on a 5, but there are ways that we could probably stuff cards into our rival's card pool. Eventually. I don't know. I haven't looked that deep because these cards weren't out yet, so now I have to. Next up is Grace. It's a 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 high block, stun 2, punch 2 low for 5. This card's alright. It's not the best. I think we can find better for our 5 diff slot, especially at the 2 speed. Sure, the stun 2 kind of makes it 4 speed, but yeah, I think we can find better. Next up is 3 copies of Harade Kanage. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 4 high for 4, +1 mid block. If we have at least one other punch in our card pool, we get +1 speed, +1 damage. We get punch support, baby. Like Rappa could use this. Let's see here. Deku 2 could use this. Just good ways to give just base stats to things, and we just want to be able to incrementally just pump stats. Next up is 4 copies? Nope, 3 copies of Izumo. 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 high block, EX2 punch, 3 high for 6. Enhance, your next attack gets 3 damage. That's a pretty fine card for a starter deck. Again, the 5 diff kind of hurts it a bit, and the speed is not the best. Next up is probably my favorite attack in the deck. I know I've looked at some of the attacks, but it's Tsukiyomi. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 3 mid block, 3 mid for 5. Response: after you play this attack, if your rival has at least 1 face down card in their card pool, ready 1 face down foundation, and this attack gains throw. So you can really load up on damage. If you can set it up like as like your 3rd attack after you've dealt damage at least once. This gains throw, and then you're able to just lay some damage on it. Only thing worse about it is the block, and it's going to be a 5 or a 6, so it's a little bit of kind of a gate, but it's not completely terrible. Next up is 4 copies of a Kazama's Power. 0 difficulty, 5 check, 2 high block. Flip, your punch gets +1 speed or damage. I think this is something cool that we can now expect coming from our 0 diffs. They're not going to be uberly powerful. Like Jin's parry is really good, but the block's +3 mid, so it's a little bit of a balance. But like no longer are the days of it can't be fixed, stronger than darkness, basic trainings. Our 0s are going to be very basic, I assume. Next up is Adept Parry. 3 copies or 4 copies? Looks like 4 copies. There we go, 4 copies. 2 difficulty, 5 check, 2 low block. Response: after you block this card, your rival commits a foundation. Very neat. Enhance. Spend a momentum. Add this card to your hand. So we can get cool card recursion. We like that out of our stage. Gives us a nice low block on demand. Oh, well, boy, this art's cool too. Angelic Heart. 1 difficulty, 5 check, +3 mid. Flip. Enhance flip. If you've dealt damage this turn, your attack gets 2 speed. So if you've hit someone, you're able to just keep pushing, put pressure on your opponent. I was watching a fighting game streamer by the name of Maximilian Dude. He was getting coaching in Tekken 8 by a very good Tekken 8 player, and he hopped back in. It's like his first time ever playing Tekken. His first time playing Tekken 8 in like months. His first opponent online was against June, and June beat the crap out of him. It was really funny. I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. Next up is Defy Fate. 2 difficulty, 5 check, 2 mid block. Destroy a foundation. Your punch attack gets 1 speed, 1 damage. Okay, so this is what I was talking about these sacrifice foundations. So, that's weird. Does Jin say sacrifice on him, and June's card say that? No, they say destroy. Okay, so no, they have not. These were made before they updated the destroy to sacrifice, I assume. So this card here, I can understand why it's a 2 diff, because a lot of the 1 diffs that do this only buff 1 stat, right? So I could see this being played in obviously punch decks, but it's a really nice way to add some incremental stats. Like the Jin deck will be playing this. which I probably should make a deck profile for the 2 decks combined and see what we come up with. So yeah, this is a pretty cool card. I like it. It's a really good starter card just because it teaches you how to like manage your board and stay and float in and out of deadlock. Next up, we got 3 copies of Diverting Energy, 2 difficulty 5 check, +4 low block. The block is not the best. Commit. This attack gets -2 speed. You may flip this card. If you do, it gets -4 speed instead. That's very cool, actually. You may flip this. Okay, so you have to commit it, then flip it. Okay, I was wondering if you could just flip it for -4 speed. That would be crazy, right? This card's really good. Worst thing is about its block. It's really good on demand. It's reusable -2, but it's it's really good if you really need the -4 in a pinch. Next up is Ecological Fighter. It's a 1 difficulty 4 check, 2 high block. Flip, ready 1 face down foundation. If you've dealt damage this turn, ready 2 face down foundations instead. Hey, this is like rescue completed, but way better. But it's also not a 3 diff that does other things. Next up is 4 copies of June's Flowing Strikes. 1 difficulty 5 check, 2 low block. Enhanced, your turn, destroy. If your rival has 8 or more foundations, they add the top card of their deck to their card pool face down. I would have loved to see Tenacious on this, just because you could pay a check with it and then blow it up instead of like nuking destroying a ready foundation. This card's okay. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Kazama style traditional martial arts. 2 difficulty 5 check, 2 mid block, enhance flip. If there's a punch attack in your card pool, draw a card. So this is also you can, if you block with the punch card, there's a punch attack in your card pool, flip, draw a card. Yeah, it's very good. Oh, and she's also fighting Rena right there. That's Rena right there. Whoop whoop, right there. She's getting tossed. And then 4 copies of Purge Evil, 2 difficulty 6 check. +2 high block. Commit. If your rival has 2 or more cards in their card pool, you get 3 damage. So commit for extra damage. Very cool. Overall, the deck seems pretty cool. I like it that she's a 722. I like my 7-handers being a little more beefier now. I'm definitely going to try her out because I actually think she's very good. I also think this stuff brings a lot of juice to Kurama too. Which sounds great because everyone loves the boy Kurama. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the Tekken decks. If you would like to see more Tekken characters in our game, let me know. Sound off in the comments. I would love to have Reina in the game because she's my favorite. But anyway, or Nina. I think Nina would be cool too. But yeah, I don't have a play mat yet. Sorry. That's why I have my Attack on Titan mat. But anywho, I try my best. Yeah, so don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit those bells for notifications. And we'll see you until the next video, and take care.